Excellence through innovation and teamwork. That is the goal driving TSI Incorporated. TSI is a world leader in the development of high-tech instruments and has been now more than 30 years. One of the most innovative products ever to emerge from TSI is the Portacount Plus Respirator Fit Tester. Quantitative respirator fit testing is the practice of ensuring that respirators fit properly and that your employees know how to wear them. This video will give you a better understanding of the technology behind the Portacount, explain why training and proper respirator sizing are so critical, and show you how to do fit testing at your location. Respirators are worn in a variety of professions, including industrial workers dealing with hazardous waste chemicals, nuclear workers, various medical professionals, and firefighters are just some of the people wearing respirators to keep themselves safe. The Portacount verifies that these respirators are the right size for each individual. Keeping people safe is the bottom line. The Portacount takes the guesswork out of respirator fit testing and lets you know for certain that your employees have been well trained and properly prepared. On January 8, 1998, OSHA released a new respiratory protection standard known as 29 CFR 1910-134. That standard requires annual fit testing of all tight-fitting respirators, including positive pressure models that were previously excluded. Half-mask respirators require a minimum fit factor of 100, and full-face models require at least 500. The Portacount is a portable battery or AC-operated instrument which measures how well a respirator fits onto a person's face by counting the concentration of microscopic particles in the air and then counting the percentage of those particles that leak into the mask. This is known as quantitative fit testing because the fit of the respirator is actually measured. Don't confuse this with qualitative fit testing for determining leakage, which relies on a person's ability to sense a chemical stimulant, like banana oil, saccharin, bitrix, or irritant smoke. Existing qualitative fit tests are inherently limited to a fit factor of 100 and cannot be used when a fit factor above 100 is required. The air we breathe is loaded with microscopic particles, typically 3 to 10,000 particles in a cubic centimeter. We're talking extremely small, averaging 1,000 times smaller than the diameter of a human hair. The Portacount can actually see these particles using a 100-year-old technology called condensation particle counting, or CPC. CPC works by drawing the microscopic particles through a heated alcohol vapor and then through a cooling zone where liquid alcohol condenses onto the particle and grows it into a much larger droplet. Each droplet is then directed through a nozzle and past the focal point of a laser beam. Each droplet that passes through the laser beam produces a flash of light, which is sensed by a photodetector. The Portacount simply counts the flashes of light. If these particles were not grown into larger droplets, they would not scatter enough light to be detected. The Portacount measures the respirator seal and reports the result as a fit factor. A fit factor is defined as the ratio of the particle concentration in the ambient air compared to the particle concentration that leaks into the mask. Higher fit factors indicate a better fit or less leakage. A fit factor of 100 means the air inside the respirator is 100 times cleaner than the air outside. The Portacount can measure fit factors well above 10,000. The Portacount itself is designed to fit test respirators with Class 100 or Class 99 particulate filters. Fit testing respirators that use Class 95 filters, such as the popular N95 filtering facepiece disposable masks, will require the use of the N95 companion accessory along with the Portacount. Non-particulate cartridges, such as those used for gases and organic vapors, do not trap enough of the microscopic particles to allow accurate tests. Regardless of the type of filter you use in your workplace, you must use Class 100 or Class 99 filters when fit testing with the Portacount alone, and Class 95 filters when the N95 companion is used. When the respirator being tested is equipped with a Class 100 or Class 99 particulate filter, the only way ambient air particles can get into the mask is through a face seal leak. This is the fundamental principle of aerosol-based fit factor measurements. If the optional N95 companion is used, this assumption can also be made for Class 95 respirators. See the N95 companion training video or contact TSI for details. In order to quantitatively measure the fit of a respirator, there must be a way for the Portacount to draw an air sample from inside the mask, preferably from the breathing zone near the nose and mouth. One way to access the breathing zone of a respirator is by using a test mask. A test mask is identical to the mask used in the workplace, except that it's been modified by installing a probe through the facepiece so that the Portacount sample hose can be connected. The majority of U.S. respirator manufacturers offer test masks with the sampling probe already installed. Probe location is not usually a problem with half-mask respirators, but you have to be careful with full-face models that are equipped with a nose cup. Since the probe is usually installed through the faceplate, a nose cup isolates the breathing zone. You should remove the nose cup when fit testing full-face models that have this kind of probe. When using test masks for fit testing, you need at least one probed version of each mask, model, and size respirator your organization intends to use. And since the test mask is shared by person after person, it must be sanitized between fit tests. Your respirator manufacturer can recommend the best method to use. Filter facepiece respirators, commonly called disposable respirators, can be probed in the field using an optional TSI probe kit. The installation tools included with the kit makes probe installation easy. Since the addition of the probe makes the mask unusable for respiratory protection and they can't usually be cleaned, disposable masks are discarded after each fit test. Remember that the Portacount by itself works well with Class 100 and Class 99 disposables, but the optional N95 companion accessory is needed for masks with Class 95 filter material. Masks that have been modified for fit testing cannot legally be used in a hazardous workplace environment. The addition of the sampling probe violates the integrity of the mask and voids the NIOSH approval. An alternative to using a probed test mask is a mask sampling adapter. Adapters are available for many brands and models of both half and full-face respirators. A sampling adapter is a device that attaches temporarily to a respirator facepiece and allows a sample to be drawn from inside. Most adapters attach in between the facepiece and the filter cartridge. Others connect to the exhalation valve. A short piece of tubing is generally used to make sure the sample is taken directly from the breathing zone. An advantage of adapters is that they don't permanently modify the mask so people can be tested in their own respirators. Or in the case of first-time testing, the respirator can be issued to the employee immediately after the test is completed. Another advantage is that by using sampling adapters, you reduce the hygienic concerns associated with sharing a test mask. In order to fit test positive pressure respirators, such as powered air purifying respirators and self-contained breathing apparatus used for firefighting, you must temporarily transform the mask into a negative pressure version with Class 100 or Class 99 filters. This can be done by substituting a probed test mask that uses the identical facepiece or using a mask sampling adapter if available. Here are some examples of SCBA masks fitted with mask sampling adapters.
Now, if your employees are going to be wearing respirators, they need to be trained first. An effective respiratory protection program should include classroom-style instruction for those employees. You'll want to address things like when and how to wear the mask and how to care for the mask when it's not being used. You'll also want to educate your employees on the actual fit test procedures.